Oh, what's going on, guys? Today, we are going to be doing a random review of the Kali Audio 6.5 studio monitors. I was just at Guitar Center because I was trying to make a video showing the best studio that you could make for under $500, and these caught my eye. Some monitors actually that are big sleepers are those Kali Audio monitors. Those are great for the price range. Honestly, probably the best that I've seen. Now, I've heard these before and I've seen people using them in studios, and I've always liked them for the price range that they were in. I've never had them in this studio to listen to them. So you guys know the deal. We have a box cutter and a piece of hardware, which means one of you is gonna not get this time because I'm actually keeping these. I needed another pair of monitors. I know you guys were probably all thinking this was a giveaway. Well, I got you. Not today. Maybe. Who knows? But if I don't like, then you guys can have it. But one thing about these monitors, they get grouped into this little batch around this price point, because a pair of these like 400 bucks. They get grouped in with the Atom T5V and the Atom T7V and the JBL 305s, right? So all that stuff's kind of around in the same price range. So we're gonna crack this guy open. We're gonna see what it comes to, and then I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts and my opinions on how this sounds. I know that these kind of reviews about speakers can get annoying because it's like you guys can't hear the exact same thing that I'm showcasing, right? So I know it's a little bit annoying, but you're gonna have to take my word. We're like 100-something videos in. If you've been watching this long, just trust that these ears are good and that I got you guys. So let's crank this open. Right away, don't put your monitor sideways. Great information to have right from the get-go. Obviously, we have our cable here, some styrofoam that we're gonna recycle properly because we wanna save the earth. And let's look at our beautiful friend here. Oh, this is the second wave. The first wave wasn't enough. Take a look at this. Yep. The LP6 Professional Studio Monitor second wave. Looking at these guys right now, one thing that I will say is that the finish on them is extremely nice for this price range. You don't typically see things that have a finish like this, especially for just a couple $100 a monitor. And they have some smaller ones of these. The Kali Audio 5s. Personally, I think these ones are a little better from what I heard, but we're gonna do a solid test of these and see what's going on. If you look at the back of this, it gives you your little cartoon-esque like diagram of how you should place the monitors, how far from the wall, where they should be on the desk, how you should set up the little dips. It's looking like some EQ curves are here. And it has 6 dB of gain, and also it looks like it just goes all the way off. You can turn it completely off from the back here. TRS in, as well as XLR in. And I always find that useful because I can't stand when you only have one way of plugging a monitor in. And also, once again, being in this price point, super useful, because other than that, who wants to go out and get cables if they have some other stuff laying around, right? Now let's take a look at the front of this. Woofer is really nice, sturdy, really well built. I'm gonna listen to a couple of my favorite mixes through this thing and see how I feel about it. And we do have another one. I just figured, no reason to unbox them both. I'll just open the other one in a second, and you'll see me back at my desk. If there's one thing I should really be investing in, it's some new studio chairs. Let's get this nice and right. That's pretty center right there. One thing you want to remember, right? Whenever you're setting up your monitors, to make sure that you don't have them too close to the back of the wall. A thing happens called SBIR, and that's speaker boundary interference response, and it's basically just like a phenomenon that happens from having it too close to the back of the wall. Or you can prevent that by pulling your desk a little bit off of the wall. If you have no other option, you can check this out for different speakers. I don't know about these ones, but I know there's some Genelecs that will say either have at least a foot from the wall or just have it straight up on the wall, so there's no room for anything to be happening between the speaker back and forth. Gotta check with each one though, it's always different. And right now I'm using this as a guide for myself. This kind of angles these down because of, obviously you can see it's pretty high up on the desk. It angles them down, and by putting my finger at the back and lining it up against here, I know that where these 2 points meet here, it's going to be relatively the same when I do this over here. So I basically want it to reach the corner point here and to touch in the same thing. And the next thing I want to do is plug these guys in. I got the Antelope Orion over here. This guy's not plugged in at the moment, and I'm still using this Audient Evo 4. This little guy is tough. It just does the thing. It's great at capturing stuff on the go. It's not heavy. It's like what, like 130 bucks. I'm not too worried about it, like if I break it or something like that, because I could always get another one. I will say the pre on it sounds solid, and it was great working with the D booster, the one from Royer. That was another thing in one of our previous videos. We're doing a lot of videos now. It's just, it is what it is. Get with the times. This desk got a lot messier in the last few hours. I fell asleep. I woke back up. I gotta finish this. I want to hear what this sleep token broken sounding track sounds like at the moment.
Beneath the starless sky, I am drawn away. The waves crashing, a symphony at play.
Oh, I slayed this. Just wait for that. Just wait for that. Unless it already comes out. If it does, either way, like, go watch that video. It's crazy. But now I'm gonna sit and listen to some of my favorite mixes through these speakers and let you guys know what I think. One of these is a big sleeper. No one probably even knows who this band is. They're called The White Noise. Drew Folk did this mix, and the song's called Picture Day. Let's go. All right, I love these monitors, so I'm not gonna give them away. That's not happening. Argue in the comments, you know, yell at Joey. Maybe he might want to give some away. I'm not giving these away. Let's listen to a couple of things right now. Low end on these sounds great. There's a cutoff on these monitors. I don't think it reproduces anything under 38 Hertz. So you would want to get a sub for something like that. And actually, speaking of that, I actually need some subs myself. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, and notification bell to be notified when we do new content. Transition game's still crazy. I actually didn't even, that one was off the top. Sometimes I could do that, sometimes I can't. So yeah, let's check out another track now. This is by The Main and Taking Back Sunday. A song called Loved You a Little. You know, I'm gonna make a playlist of this stuff actually, because these mixes, every time I listen to them, it like puts me in the mindset to aim for greatness. All right, I'm positioning myself a little bit more in the exact direction of where these things are right now. Absolutely flawless. These things are $200 for each monitor, dude. Like, it's $400 for the pair. Makes no sense that they sound this good. You could take these and throw these in any studio and people would be happy with them. And one other thing, like, you can alter the EQ on the back of these guys. So if you want to change things a little bit, or you know, you want to do the room EQ thing, and like, you can do all that, but right out the box, these things sound pretty solid to me. If I was to compare these to the JBLs, tighter low end response, one of the first things that comes to my mind. Mid-range is kind of similar. Prefer the top end on these guys. There you go. Another one of my favorite mixes is also by The Main. It's a song called Am I Pretty? And the message of this song is great. A lot to do with the standards that we have to hold ourselves up to. So I love this one. Great track. But the guitar tone on this, like referencing wise, for that like beyond glassy guitar tone, Point of Breakup, like a Fender Bassman, like 1962, Blondie, like type amp. This is like the best sounding tone of that that's ever come out of speakers. Listen to this. One of the best snares too. One other thing I want to say, they do sound and feel extremely three-dimensional. Like it just feels that way. Like I feel like I'm engulfed in the sound here. It's not like I haven't heard these monitors before. I just haven't heard them in my spot. You know, I treated this room myself. All the stuff that you guys see on the walls here and all that good stuff, I built all this by hand. A lot of people don't know that. They think that I got it from Acoustic. I did not. Even the diffuser on the back wall, which, well, I'll explain that some other time, because people are always like, why do you have it on your back wall instead of the other one? I have one on the other side of the wall too, so you don't gotta worry about that. But I'm gonna listen to a couple more. This next song, it's a rap one. It's called Lord Knows, Tory Lanez and Meek Mill. The low end on this, best I've ever heard of any hip hop song ever. The low end of that is like what I go to anytime I'm dealing with anything that has that type of like sub or 808 information going on. Always a great reference. And I'll do one more track. This is what I go to for my drums. This is an old mix by Joey actually, and I just think it's insane. That came out mad long ago, but that mix still goes hard. The drums on that one, I would say, would probably be my favorite go-to for anything that's in metalcore. And that's my list of things that I go to when I just want to get a certain type of picture and I want to test out some monitors. So highly recommend these if you guys are interested in grabbing a new pair, or if you just need a secondary pair for backup. I don't know anything in this price range that can even somewhat compete. There you go. That's my thoughts on that. And you know, like I said before, comment, like, subscribe, and we will definitely keep it up with the content. Love you guys. See you later.